What's up, guys? It's Tyler McKinney back here again today, and we're going to get back into some XFL football. That's right, we are on the eve of the XFL Draft. The draft will be happening the next 2 days. The next 2 days are going to be a whirlwind, and I want to give you guys some information so that you can know what to expect and so that you can know what's going on. If this is your first video here, I'm glad that you're here. I appreciate you watching this video. Hopefully you like the video and check out some other content. If you're a return viewer, thank you for showing back up again, and thank you for watching my videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I seriously need all the help that I can get, and I thank you to all of those who've already subscribed. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into today's video. So what I'm going to do is we're going to quickly go over the XFL Draft, and if you want more detail on that, what I'll do is I'll put a card down here in somewhere, and you can go click on that, and that'll give you all of the information on how the draft's happening, what's going on with that. I cover that in great detail in another video. I don't want to go over that a whole lot, but I do want to give those first-time people that don't have a clue just a little bit of information. So pretty much what's going to happen is the draft is going to take place over 2 days. It's going to be on Tuesday, and it's going to happen then continue on Tuesday the 15th, and then conclude on Wednesday the 16th. Now, what is going to happen is there's going to be 5 different phases. The first phase is going to be skill players, and each team is going to pick 10 players from that. And that's going to be your quarterbacks, it's going to be your running backs, be your wide receivers, and your tight end. Those are your skill players. Then the second phase is going to be going into the the linemen. So the offensive linemen, they're going to be picking the centers, the tackles, and the guards. And each team is going to have 10 picks in that round. It'll be your normal, each phase is going to have your normal picks where the first team picks, and then they go through, and then they're just going to do a snake draft from there, and you can look up what a snake draft it is. Pretty much all it is that the team that picks first, the next round picks last, and they just kind of switch spots. So the first phase is skill players. The second phase is the offensive linemen. The third phase is going to be the defensive front 7. So those are going to be the defensive linemen and the linebackers. And that's going to conclude then the first day of the draft. The second day of the draft then is going to be the fourth phase, which will be where they're going to pick, each team will pick 10 defensive backs, which would be the cornerbacks and safeties. And then from there, there'll be a fifth phase. And the fifth phase will be each team will be picking 30 players. So 30 players, and that will be anybody. So it's just the rest of the pool of players that are left that they'll pick 30 more players, and that will be then the draft. So 30 players will be picked on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday 40 players will be picked. All right, now let's go ahead and let's get into some details. So what's going to happen is Wednesday morning, they say right before the draft, they're going to announce the Tier 1 quarterbacks that are going to be assigned officially to each team. So each team is going to get one quarterback officially assigned to them. And we know that Landry Jones is going to be one of them because he's not on the actual official draft roster, and we know he's already signed to the league. So he is going to get allocated to one team. So at 10 o'clock Eastern time, they're going to start the draft. Before the draft starts, we're going to know what each one of those Tier 1 quarterbacks for each one of those teams are. Then the draft is going to happen. Now, for this channel, what is going to happen is I'm not going to cover everything right away, right off the bat. Just way too much information right off the bat, and frankly, some of these guys I don't know them. I haven't followed them a lot. Some of these guys, they weren't big players. In the NFL, a lot of these guys possibly weren't even practice players. So I really don't know them. So I want to get a chance to look at these rosters before I actually come out and say really anything about them, and I kind of want to go over them. So what we're going to do is that. I'm hoping that once the Tier 1 quarterbacks come out, I want to do a video on that. So hopefully I can get something up quick about the Tier 1 quarterbacks and kind of my initial thoughts. Then what's going to happen is that after day 1, I'm going to go through, look at all the information, and then I will then be giving you my initial reactions on Tuesday evening. So I'm going to try to put out a video on Tuesday evening on my initial reactions on the first day of the draft. And so you'll get that from me, and I might even do a little bit more than that. Who knows? Depending upon what all happens, I might do a couple of videos on Tuesday evening. So Tuesday night, I'll have a couple of videos that will come out. Hopefully Tuesday morning, I can get it, depending upon when they release the Tier 1 quarterbacks. Hopefully I can get a video out about the Tier 1 quarterbacks and get that information and my initial thoughts. And then I'm going to do a couple videos possibly on my kind of initial reaction to the first 3 phases of the draft. Then on Wednesday night, I will go ahead and I will finish up on my initial thoughts on the second part of the draft, and probably give another video kind of my whole overall thoughts of the draft. Now, from there, we're going to start to go and get into the nitty-gritty. Now, if you've been paying attention, you know that today that the XFL officially released all of the coaching staffs for all of the team. They put together these graphics and all that for all the teams. So what we're going to actually do is that we're going to go through and we're going to break down each team. If you have been paying attention to my channel, you notice how I went through and broke down each one of the teams, kind of their branding and what I thought about their logos, their color scheme, all of that, thing. We're going to do something similar with all the teams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and evaluate the coaching staff, what I think of the coaching staff, what I like about it, and then we're going to go through, we're going to look at the player personnel of each one of the teams and kind of look at an overview and what I think of all the teams and kind of how they're all formed and so we're going to kind of break those things down. And so that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm not going to hit everything like boom, 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 boom. But it will come out in kind of in groups. Now, what I might do is, and let me know down in the comments if you want this, I could probably go and give you my thoughts on each one of the phases. That's probably how I will do each one of each section of the draft. How I think each one of the teams did. Who got the best quarterbacks. That type of thing. Best running backs, wide receivers, and all that. So let me know. In the comment section what you think, what you want to see content-wise from me when it comes to that. But the whole roster breakdowns and all of that is going to be coming in the next upcoming weeks. I'm really excited to really get in the nitty-gritty, really start to get myself familiarized with these guys, who these guys are, and what I think that they're going to accomplish. I'm super excited to actually have some things that I can, some tangibles that we can kind of work with and see and really kind of focus in on what we think these teams are going to look like and what they're going to do come February. So that's kind of how I'm laying out the next couple of days. I'm super excited. I hope that you're excited too. This is something that you don't get to see that often. It's new. We're never going to have this, hopefully, knock on wood, we're not going to have this again with the XFL, where we're going to have all these players drafted ever again. I mean, this is the start of a new league, and it's starting tomorrow. So I hope you're excited, and I hope you take note, because this is kind of a historic event. So I'm excited, and I hope that you are with it. The question is what do you think? How are you going to prepare for the draft? What are you doing during the draft? Are you going to be paying attention to it? Are you going to be just tuning in to what I put out there and getting all your information from me? Are you going to be checking on the website as every 90 seconds when the new draft pick comes in? What are you going to be doing? Let me know down in the comment section. I'd really love to hear from you. I'd really love to get some feedback on what your thoughts are on all of the things that are happening and all this information we've been getting with the XFL and also with the draft. All right, well, I know that you're busy and I know that I'm busy, so let's get on out of here. You have a good night. Bye.